This is an art attack. This is an art attack. This is Art Attack. Hello there. Now then, have you got loads of pens and pencils and bits and pieces lying all over your shelves or your desk? You know what you need? A rubbish cupboard. Here's the rubbish. And here is the cupboard. Come and have a look at this. Take a cardboard box as big as you can find and pull the top flap up on one side like that and the bottom flap out like that. Cut the whole of this side out and you'll have something that looks like that. Now, you could use that to make a little cupboard, but let's not mess around here. Let's go for the big one. Take the rest of the cardboard box and open it out flat like this. Now, this part will be the cupboard, and these two flaps will be your cupboard doors. Now, to fill the cupboard, just take some assorted boxes and cartons that you're going to throw out in the rubbish and just lay them into position on your cupboard. First of all, onto what will be the bottom shelf, like that. And it's a good idea to use different types of cartons and boxes, different sizes, because you're going to be putting different things into your rubbish cupboard. And then do the top shelf, just putting them into position where you think the top shelf is going to be. And you notice here, I've just neatly trimmed the edges of the boxes, like that, so I can get things into them without hurting my fingers. And don't forget, if you're going to use plastic bottles, wash them out, otherwise they'll really pong. Now, when you've got your top shelf into position and you're happy with it, just draw a line underneath the boxes, like that, just to show you the position of your top shelf. And then move your boxes off your cupboard, top and bottom, and then put the rest of the detail of your cupboard in. So, OK, I'll complete that shelf. That's the top shelf. Now the bottom shelf will be down here. And at this stage, you don't have to be neat at all, because we're going to be painting it in a minute. This is just a rough guide for you. And I'm going to do the whole frame of the cupboard in like that. And then I'm going to do the frame of the two doors in. And don't forget, this is the inside of the door, so you would see the frame like this. There, like that, and one on the other side. And you can put in other little bits of detail later on, like hinges and the locks. And then it's just a rough guide. Now, listen, this is very important. This area here and this area needs to be painted black or a very dark colour, because this is the back of the cupboard, and you want to make it look as if your cupboard has got depth. Now, to paint your cupboard using poster paint or acrylic paint, I've got some acrylic paint here, and you can paint your cupboard any colour you like. I'm going to paint it brown, because after all, it is a cupboard, and I'm going to give it a wood finish or a wood colour, or should I say antique pine finish, as they say in the shops. There it is, just sloshing it on. You can do it a little bit more neatly than I am. And when you've done the frame, go over the whole of your cupboard. Do your doors as well. Don't forget to paint the whole of your doors in whatever colour you're using. And don't forget to do these bits in a dark colour. And when you've painted that, and it's all dry, and you've put in your detail, you'll have something that looks like this. Wait for it. Ta-da! Look at that. And you can see what I've done here. I've used different colour brown just to give it a nice wood effect. And I've painted these two areas black. And you see how it makes it look as if the cupboard has got a lot of depth in it, and you can see right into the cupboard. And look at the detail I've put in here. This is just ordinary silver pen for the hinges and the latches. And I've even gone around all the detail with black permanent marker. And this is a good effect. You've seen me do this many times before. Watch this. Just some wispy lines on the brown paint and permanent marker, wispy lines and curls, and you get this sort of great wood grain effect, like that. And then just pop your boxes back into position, there, and that one there, I think. And again, you can just organise these as you go and get them into the position that you want them in. I'm going to put my bottle up there, just about fit into my cupboard. Look at that. And put that there like that, and that on there. And then you can, if you want, put some more boxes on top of these boxes. If I pop that one onto there, like that, and then I just cut some boxes, the flat front of the boxes, and just slip them in the back, and it makes it look as if your shelves are really full and your cupboard is bursting with goodies. Again, I put another little box on top like that. When you're happy with the position of your boxes and cartons, just take a very strong glue, PVA glue or an all-purpose glue, and glue them into position. And then you can, if you want, paint on a layer of PVA glue, and it'll look terrible when you've first done it, but then it'll dry, see-through, and it makes all the boxes nice and rigid. And then you can use it for storing anything you want. What about your paintbrushes? Or maybe even your rulers, your pencils, and of course your scissors, all bits of art material, knickknacks, bits and pieces. And if you've got any loose change lying around you don't want anyone to get hold of, you could always hide that in there as well. And there it is. Try it yourself. A rubbish cupboard.
Hello, it's me again, the head. That's very effective, is that? A rubbish cupboard. And all you need is a cardboard box, paint, PVA glue, and lots of rubbish. Oh, one word of advice. Look out for suitable small containers and boxes before you make the cupboard. Otherwise, you'll end up with an empty cupboard.
This is going to be a big heart attack.
doggy, and all created with little black seeds. Hey, I've done one of those pictures, and I have created a masterpiece of Buckingham Palace. Have a look at this. Oh, no, not again.
Do you know what? There are loads of different types of coloured paper you can buy. And the great thing about coloured paper is you can use the colour as part of your picture. So you sort of get one colour or shade for free. For example, look at this picture of a ball that I've started here. I just shade it in at the back here using some charcoal. And then I put some highlights on it using some light chalk. You've got the dark shade of the charcoal, you've got the light shade of the chalk, and you get these medium shades of the coloured paper for free. Now, there are some great textured coloured paper that you can buy, which is perfect for drawing on in charcoal and chalk, but they can be a bit expensive. So this is what I do. I tear off a strip of scrap cardboard from a cardboard box, and it's got a great texture on it for drawing on, and you can also use the colour of the cardboard as part of your picture. So, OK, I'm just going to start to block in the detail on my picture. Just very sketchily doing it. Now, this is something the old master artists used to do many years ago. People like Toulouse-Lautrec. He would just grab any old piece of board and use the colour of the board as part of his picture. And you know Toulouse-Lautrec, he's the one that did those fantastic sort of French posters. And, you know, this is something else the old masters used to do. If they made a mistake, they wouldn't use a rubber to rub out. They'd use some ordinary bread. And it really is a good rubber. Just watch this. I just rub that corner there where I've made a slight mistake. I want to alter it. And just blow the bread away. And there it is. It's gone. And it's as good as a rubber. You could even use it for pencil. And just continue blocking in the shapes of my picture, like this. And again, I'm just doing it very light with the charcoal. And it's very wispy. I love this effect, you know. I love drawing in charcoal. It's sort of, it almost does your picture for you, doesn't it? It makes it look very arty. Never thought I'd hear myself saying that. I don't like things that are too arty. But watch this. If I put some more detail in onto my picture now, using my charcoal. Just a bit of hair around there. And maybe a sleeve there. And again, you don't have to be too neat with charcoal. I think if you start to be too neat with charcoal, it really does spoil the picture. And yeah, I bet you've guessed what this is by now. There it is. That sort of gives it away, doesn't it? I don't know who it is, though. I suppose with the long hair, it could be Agassi. Although he probably changes his hairstyle by the day. So there you go. A little bits of detail in. And the socks down there. And again, just gently stroking the charcoal across my picture. Now I'm going to put some shade in. I'm using the charcoal on its edge here. And what I'm doing is I'm just looking for those areas that the light can't get to. So if the light is shining from this direction on my picture, all these edges will be in shadow or shade. That's it, down there like that. And again, not being too particular about it, just letting the charcoal sort of dances across your picture, and it does the picture for you. Look at that. And now just add some highlights in with a little bit of chalk, maybe across there, these highlights where the sun or the light can get to. There, across there like that, maybe a bit on his racket. So that'd be glistening in the sun, wouldn't it? A bit up there. And just around his bottom there, like that. Down there. And on his socks. And, you know, this is something you wouldn't be able to do on white paper. That's the beauty of coloured paper or card. You can add highlights in using white chalk. And I'm not going to do too much. There it is. Just finish it off, maybe put some shadow down the bottom. So you've got the darker shade of the charcoal on your picture, you've got the lighter shade of the chalk, and you've got the medium shade of the cardboard for free. Try it yourself, a 3-shade cardboard picture.
And to think that most people just throw cardboard away. Hey, I've done a picture on cardboard, and it is brilliant. Wait till you see this. There you are. Cardboard box. Oh, I'm too much.
Hello, my name's Louise. I drew around penguin and cloud shapes to make this pattern repeat.
Hello, my name is Matthew. I made this repeated pattern by drawing round templates of racing cars and traffic lights.
Hello, my name's Isabel and I cut out templates of fish shells and seaweed and drew around them and painted them to make this repeated pattern.
Ah, now see that? Isn't it amazing how such a simple repeat pattern can create such an effective design? Well, to do that, just take a piece of scrap cardboard and draw two very simple shapes. Now, I'm just going to draw the Art Attack paint splat and a big Art Attack paintbrush. I'm not going to put too much detail in, just keep it very simple. And when you cut those shapes out, you have two shapes that look like this. And then just get a big piece of paper, as big as you can find, any colour you like, and place the two shapes in the top left-hand corner like that. And then just draw around them, holding your shape firmly in position. And all the way round, back to the beginning. And when you've done one shape, do the other shape. Again, just holding it firmly in position. There we go. And when you've done both shapes, just move them one to the right. Draw around them again and keep going over the whole of your paper. And when you're finished, you'll have something that looks like this. There it is, a repeat pattern. And now put your detail in, but don't put too much in. Just a couple of lines there. And what else did I do? Oh, yeah, the bristles on there. And then you could colour them in. I'm just going to use felt tip pen for this. Do it very quickly. You could paint them. That might be a bit quicker, actually. A bit of grey in there, I think, like that. And then the brown for the bristles of the brush. And again, don't use too many colours. Just keep it nice and simple. When you've coloured the whole of your pattern in, you'll have something that looks like this. There it is, a repeat pattern. And there are loads of different shapes you could try, but keep it simple. What about a cat and dog? And that gives this repeat pattern. Ah, that's a good one. Or what about a train and a cloud? And that gives you this repeat pattern. Ah, that's a good one as well. And do you know what I think they look like? I think they look like wallpaper designs. All right, then, let's try that out. Let's see if they really do look like wallpaper. What about some Art Attack wallpaper? God, imagine that in your living room. What about some cats and dogs wallpaper? Yeah, that's good. That'd be good in a bedroom. And what about the trains and clouds wallpaper? Ah, good for the bathroom. Try it yourself. Design your own wallpaper with repeat patterns. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ra!
Stick around for the case of the lost lunch next. Someone at X Middle School is stealing all the kids' lunches, and even Fillmore is under suspicion.